Greetings, greetings, guys. Appreciate you, everybody. Guys. Boy, man, I tell you, devil's busy. The devil is busy. The devil knows what you don't like. Gotta write that down. The devil knows what you don't like. You know what I mean? You know I don't like loud cars, especially imports. I don't like loud 6-cylinder imports, unless it's a Porsche. Shout out to Nubia Blake. Ah, man, what a great day, man. But I'm not gonna let it ruin me. You know what I mean? One of my cars was put on the street, man, and somebody. What would make a person park so close to your bumper? Like what would make you? What makes you wake up and just says, "I'm gonna be a dick today"? Shout out to God and scientists. What would make you do that? And I've learned that if I try to figure that out, I'm just as much as a dick as they are. Shout out to the Green Vegan, goddamn. Shout out to the God and scientists. Shout out to Nubia Blake. What a wonderful evening. Thank you, God, for such a great day. Oh. Shout out to Lonnie, goddamn. You know, I was chilling, you know, pushing the joint, man, and playing my Bryson Tiller, seats cocked back on the highway doing about 100. Nah, I'm just playing. It's a beautiful day, man. You know what I'm saying? I just had a great dinner with my two brothers. Black men, that's what you need. That's what you need. You need to sit down with brothers that you ain't chop up with in a minute, get together. Go to a restaurant. I'm telling you right now, it's the best therapy on earth. Great therapy, man. Wow. I feel great. I don't even have any drink. I feel amazing. Shout out to Shimmy. What? First of all, I've been on 10 since 5 o'clock this morning. I woke up at 4:58 a.m. 4:58 a.m. and my day started at 5 o'clock this morning. I took a long bath. I prayed. I prayed for God to give me the strength to get through this week, because there's certain things that I have to do that I didn't want to do, but I got to do. But there was other things that came to me that I couldn't wait to do. And one of my bros, man, we had a sensational time, man. And these are the calls that are missing. He calls me up and he says, yo, listen, you know, so-and-so's going to be in town. He's in town. We trying to connect. Now, y'all know I've been through this a year ago. Y'all know I've been through this shit. I've been through this a year ago, and I learned something, you know what I mean? I've been through this a year ago. Those of you that remember my story, when I get in the moment and I appreciate it, and I'm around loved ones. But I'm telling you right now, take it from me, from the soul. You have to connect with the people that you grew up with, that you went to school with. It is enormously amazing. One of the best Mondays of my life. You know, when you grow up around certain people, like for example, we grew up with Method Man, right? And Method Man is like a friend of everybody because we all grew up with him. And the thing is with people out here, true people that grew up with Method Man, they know him. But the people that interview Method Man don't know him, right? So it becomes this thing where, you know, everybody that he talks to is just doing the groupie stuff, you know, tell us about a Wu-Tang story or tell us about this, but nobody's really digging in. So David Banner has this video going around about how he was going through a depression, he couldn't sleep, and he called Method Man, and Method Man was like, yo, go to the gym. You know, he gets there at 4 o'clock in the morning because he has the same problem where he can't sleep. And just as he's telling the story, I was like, yo, I gotta interview. I know I've been procrastinating. I gotta interview Meth because I know what's going on. I have a very, very good inkling of what's really going on. And nobody's asking him because when you're not among brothers that know you, they don't know you. So if you're a celebrity, right, and you're sitting there and you're talking about this, that, and the third, you're not going to really know a person. So you're going to dance around and ask groupie questions. That's why celebrities don't respect people, because y'all don't bring them home. You got to learn how to bring it home. You got to learn to sit with the people around that you love and don't front. Because when you front, they're going to talk about you because they know you're lying. So it's best to be, and we're not going to use social media words. We're not going to say, you know, transparent. It's not about being transparent. It's about being in the essence of people that you love. And that's not, you know, something often that, you know what I mean, you may have, you know what I mean, that they may not be a thing where, hold on, Nubia Blake said, I was on the phone with my dad for 6 hours the other day. See, these are the things that's missing. Because now that the world is crumbling, because social media now and the computers have taken over, right? We have to hold on to the authentic things. So it's important to utilize that. I get to the restaurant around 6. I was late. First of all, I was late. Traffic was terrible. And, you know, I hate to be late with traffic. It's such a lame excuse. But it turned out good because he was late. And my 2 boys was late. But late in a good way. Like, late in a way where I was able to fill the place out, recommended to go to this place, I checked it out, walked around, and, you know, one thing I've learned, whenever you meet up with friends, unless you got it like that, try to meet at like a buffet type of restaurant. I'm going to tell you why, especially an Asian one, because Asians are very clean. They're cleaner, right? Hibachi or something. Just try to make sure it's something where they're going to get full. Doesn't have to be a classy restaurant. Unless you got it like that and you trying to make an impression because your money is long, then that's different. But you need to be in an environment with a lot of service. Asians, their culture is service, you know. You can't have a half a cup of anything. Y'all know that. They don't like dirty plates. Like, these are things that they don't like in their establishments. So it's good. And they're not evasive. They're not annoying. They're just very attentive. So, you know, I get there by myself. The woman was amazing. And I almost thought that bros was just showing up, right? Because I text my man. I'm telling him, like, yo, I'm here already, yada, yada. But I'm just going to get started. But I'm just like, well, we didn't get a thing of nobody showing up, so just chill. Expect less, right? So I said, listen, worst case scenario, I just have dinner myself, you know what I'm saying? And as I started to entertain that. I'm like, well, I'm not really in. I just wanted to be at the place for the purpose of, as you're talking, you get hungry, you get thirsty, you get refueled. It's very important. So unless you have long paper, you could go to a restaurant and just run up a tab. That's different. What I like about buffets, what I don't like about buffets is that a lot of them are a little dirty and people are filthy or whatever. What I like about preferred Asian buffets, let me be clear, they stay on top of that. So you don't want to be in an environment that nobody's like, you'll never leave an establishment like that hungry. So that was good. So I checked it out, everything was good. So then my man walks in there like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm telling him, listen, we're going to have to change the table because they had a booth. I'm like, listen, I could do a booth by myself. I could do a booth with my wife and daughter. I can't do a booth with big niggas. Like, my other boy is a big dude, and my third boy, he's a little, he's kind of big himself, right? Just give a table. You know what I'm saying? Give us a table. So we chat and we bullshitting. And one of my boys, he moved down to Texas. So I didn't even know he moved to Texas. He moved to Texas like 2 months ago. So he's up here on a little vacation, and we politicking. These are niggas I knew since middle school, you know what I'm saying? And they knew each other since single digits, so it's just a brotherhood. And what I admire about these two men, and this is why I know true friendships never let a woman come in between them. True friendships never let a woman come in between them as a man. Never, never, never. Okay? If you have a true friend and y'all been through shit with one woman, your friendship is going to be based on that. If a woman came in between your friendship wasn't a friendship. I'm telling you that right now. I learned that tonight. You know what I mean? Just with these two individuals of what they've been through, and they're still solid brothers. I respect that. I'm not going to get into their business because I don't want to step on no toes because, we've been through this with another set of friends before, and one caught a titty attack. I'll never do that. Not to mention it turned me off because it just wasn't good. But anyway, what I've learned is that to know somebody, you don't need to talk to them every day. You don't need to talk to them every week. You could talk to them once in a blue. And the reason why I brought up Method Man is because Method Man has never done a podcast with nobody that knows him. No one. He just does it with content creators. I think what people need to start doing, if we're going to interact and take this podcast thing to a good level, we need to have people that really get involved. Now, you don't need to know a person for 10 years. You don't need to know a person for 40 years. You could know them for 2 years. But just as long as you know them, if you could master that, I think interviews will come out a lot better, you know what I mean? Now, I say that to say that nobody's going to interview Method Man the way I could in regards to in my borough that are on YouTube doing what they do. Nobody can, because I know there's questions and things that he's struggling with. He just can't talk to people. So when you sit down with your bros, you got to warm it up. Now, we don't have no alcohol, and that was a good thing too, because I don't think anybody's drinking because, we in a white neighborhood. We don't want to get stopped. It was pure. Shout out to Valley, goddamn, shout out to Canton. Shout out to Valley and her fine ass. But anyway, moving along, right? It is just, it was an honor to be in the presence of these two brothers, man. And, man, brotherhood, man, for men is imperative. You talk about things, you talk about personal things, you relate to things. People that understand, we don't have we talk about personal things that we know that we don't have to say, yo, don't tell nobody, because we sworn through secrecy just to our brotherhood. And I could tell you right now, we all gonna sleep good tonight. We all gonna sleep good tonight because shout out to my man Ty, shout out to Lee, that they brought this tonight, man, because I'm telling you right now, man, that is what's missing. Brotherhood and love. You know, you know you in the presence of real brothers that, number one, been through what you've been through. You know you're in the presence of real brothers when if you cry, you're going to feel good in front of them. Good God. Right? I knew he was going to say that. I'm sorry. You know, I'll get into that, but I just seen something. That's why something came through my phone about a half hour ago. So, you know, I had to salute the system. But anyway, it was really, really, it was just great. You know what I mean? And I wish that more men could have this ability. If a lot of y'all got bitch niggas and shit that, you know, kind of burned that, and it sucks for them because you need that. I don't care if you're married, I don't care if you're single, you know, it's just great. So that is what my evening was like. You know, earlier today was a fantastic day, but we're not gonna get too deep, but just say thank God for this beautiful day. Ken said, Valley my heart. Valley's everybody's heart now because they seeing the sex appeal. That's what it is. Ken knows something new, you know what I mean? So shout out to everybody. But, you know, I've been dealing with this conversation of this single madness. And I think amongst the men that we're around, they're not, being that a lot of men don't have these conversations around men that they really know, friends. We have the conversations that the women are not connecting with. And it's been brought to me that sometimes sisters may feel like, wow, you know, damn, they, you know, it's because I'm older that I'm single. Is it something against a 40, 50-year-old woman or 30-plus-year-old? And I want to discuss what men talk about for you to understand why you're single. I also want to share with you why you should be married. And it's going to shock you about this breakdown. I'll break this down. Now, this has nothing to do with the ladies. This is women. If you're a classy lady and you're married to your gentleman man, then you're great. But if you're a hoe and you have a good guy and he may annoy you because he's just good, but he's boring, this is for you. If you're a single woman and you know you got a lot of skeletons in your closet, this is for you. So this is an even situation here. Because if you're a hoe, you should be married. The problem is you can't marry what you want. You're going to marry what you need. Now, please feel free to shoot questions, concerns, and ad-libs. Because I don't think people understand that when brothers are together and we're shooting our stuff and we talking about women that we haven't seen in a while, or remember this one when we was in this grade, and what we notice as things get older, women are not telling you the real truth of why they're single. And women are not telling you the real truth of how she got her husband. Now understand something here. I want to give you a real strong mode of credit to understand. Men love whores. Love them. Now again, I'm not saying any of my brothers marry no hoes. I'm just speaking generally. Men love hoes. We love slutty things. We were, if we're in the restaurant, we're gonna, oh, this waitress is cute. We love that. We don't look at a woman and say, oh wow, what a classy lady. I would love to just get her nails painted. No, it's all pornographic, right? So the majority of men are not real men. So most men, when you see a man, you may know a good guy, he's just so great with his family, and you just love the way how he's dedicated, he's so romantic. You gotta look at his wife, and you gotta tell me, what kind of wife is she? See, from my life, the men that I know, now these got nothing to do with my brothers here because they entirely different, but most of the men that I know, when their wives are sluts. And when their wives cheat, the men go harder. Listen to me clearly. I'll give you one example. I know a man that is a good guy. People, I'm going with this. Good guy, took the woman in, she has a child, married her, adopted her kid, you know what I mean? Loved, you know what I mean? Just a good guy. He changes his life and builds his life around her. So he gets her a house. She doesn't want the house after a couple of years. Couple of years she's bored, she doesn't want it no more. She wants a bigger house. During the process of this, she started fucking around with another man. You know, he had some evidence on her phone or whatever, and she was sending dirty pictures and videos, finger popping herself, putting dildos up in her, and sending it to this particular guy. He was devastated. He was ready to leave. He's ready, he's done. He's trying to do this for her, and she's just picking at him, whatever. 6 months later, he buys her a bigger house. That's just one example among many. Valley says, as a married man willing to do more for a woman, are married men willing to do more for a woman than a single guy because the married man isn't supposed to be taken to other women? Married men are just going to work harder to please his wife. That's just what it is. Right? Men don't want a lady to marry. They want the whore to be a lady. But they don't want a lady. You understand? So a lot of women may feel, well, I'm single because I'm a lady. Well, you could also be single and be a hoe too. Right? You could also be single and be a hoe, just a silly hoe. Because now you should be married. Because most of the hoes I know is married. They just got good guys. See, the thing is, you can't be a hoe and want you a real nigga. That ain't gonna ever happen. You can't be a hoe and be in denial that you're a hoe. You can't be a hoe and know that you have a weakness because you love to fuck new niggas. You have to be honest to yourself and say, you know what? I'm single because I'm a hoe. Can you say that to yourself? No, you can't. And that's why you're single. You get it? So in other words, you're single because you're a hoe. because you should be married. How is it that you a hoe and you don't have a fucking goddamn man? Niggas love hoes. Isn't that kind of strange? I just want somebody to analyze that for a couple of minutes. Lonnie said, would you say that the good guy was in love with her or just easily controlled? You got to remember, good guys marry a woman for the wrong reasons. He's either going to marry her for her body. He's not going to marry her for her mind. Because if he married her for her mind, he would be a real guy. Good guys marry women for the wrong reasons. But there's plenty of good guys around. Right? So I say that to say, he was in love. He fell in love with the idea of being married. He didn't fall in love with her soul. When you see, a real man falls in love with a woman's inner beauty. Her inner beauty is more important. Good guys don't believe in inner beauty. They don't even analyze that. So when you see a woman that's single, there's only two reasons. She's either a hoe or she's a lady. Because nobody want to marry the fucking lady. They want to marry that fucking slut. So why is she fucking single? You get where I'm coming from? She's single because she's a hoe and she doesn't want to admit it to herself. So she's going to tell the whole world the guys ain't shit. He ain't doing this. These guys ain't doing that. Do you understand where I'm coming from? See, as a man, for example, let's just say a man he's not married because he just can't be faithful. He's going to get bored. He just can't see himself fucking the same woman for the rest of his life. Right? He tells a woman that, she's going to judge him. There's not a woman in this world that's going to say, I respect that. But a man will. A man's going to say, you know what? I hear you. But he can't share that information with a woman. Because women are just, there's no woman that's going to take that. So in this perfect world, she's going to demean his manhood. He's a kid. He's immature. All because he told not only the truth, but he told her the nature truth. You can't get more honest than that. Right? But she doesn't want to accept that. So if she can't accept him, she's not going to accept anything that she is. Any reason, she's gonna blame it on the men, right? She knows most niggas ain't shit, so let me run with that. But she has to also think and say, why are most men not shit? Because men love sluts. Men love hoes. You know, you put a hoe next to a lady, I promise you, more niggas gonna want to marry the slut. Yeah, they may tell you, oh, nobody wants her, she's washed up. Yeah, that's bullshit, but they don't want the lady. Because for him, the lady's boring. You understand? The good guy is more superficial. All those things are not true. So what women have to understand is, until you are able to tell a man, I just can't, through my past, I'm very weak with my pussy. According to my past, I love multiple men. According to my past, I like to cheat. She's never going to tell a guy that because she feels as if, why would she say that? And she's probably right. But the reality is that if she did, more guys would be drawn to her. Look at what's happening overseas. They're prostitutes. And the men know it. They meet him in brothels, for Christ's sake. And he still wants to take her out of there and give her a better life. You come down there with your little corporate ass because you got a good fucking job, a good career, visiting Colombia. Nobody wants that. He wants the whore. So no matter what you do, When you listen to my videos and you're saying, well, Nate, a woman is single because she can't cook and clean and all, that's bullshit. That's a cop-out. If you fuck a lot of men and you behind closed doors, you know what you like to do. You like fucking niggas. You always making bad decisions. You give the pussy up quick. Yeah, she'll stay single because you're a whore. Because you want you a good man. You can't get a good man like that. However, you could get, a real man, excuse me. You won't get a real man, but you will get a good man. Yes, you can be a hoe and get a good man. The problem with sisters, you don't want that good fucking man. He annoys the fuck out of you. See, the Latin bitch, she stays shut. She know her fucking boyfriend or her husband's a clown, but she'll stick around him and make him feel like a king. You can't deal with it because he ain't got no swag. You don't know when to shut up. So you keep trying and trying, finding and finding, and time is wasting and wasting because you're looking for a real nigga. You should be married. How is it you a hoe, you ain't fucking married? Because you're picky? You can't be picky when you're a slut. Men love whores. How are you still fucking single? Well, Nate, what if I have nothing to do and I'm just a complete lady? Well, you answered your own shit. A real man wants you. You'll be fine. A real man wants you. A real man will eventually find you. A real man will honor and marry you. But the good guy don't want to have nothing to do with you. He don't want to have a goddamn thing to do with you. Shout out to New Goals. Okay? He don't want to have a fucking thing to do with you. Well, Nate, what makes me a hoe? You have to ask. Is it your body count? No, it's not the fact of your body count. It's the amount of niggas you fucking. Nobody stays with you. So now you either fucking real niggas or bozo niggas. You fucking bozo niggas, that's a waste of time. You fucking real niggas, he don't want you. He'll fuck you both days. So if a real nigga gonna fuck a damn hoe, of course, he's a goddamn man. He gonna do the same, he gonna fuck you the same way the good guy gonna wanna fuck you. The only difference is the good guy gonna wife you. The real nigga's not. He won't leave his wife. He won't leave his girlfriend. But he will shove his dick in your mouth every now and then. And you're going to get tired and you're sick of niggas because you keep letting everybody stick their dick in your throat. And now you're perplexed and confused, and now you're going to blame the man because you never looked in the mirror and said, I ain't nothing but a fucking hoe. I need to stop it. I need to stop it. No, my glasses don't got lens in them, no. I don't want no glare, so you can't look at my lights in here. Nate, what happens? The Green Vegan said, Nate, what happens when you can't relate to bring? What happens when you can't relate to bring a hoe? You probably got a typo in here. What happens when you can't relate to being a hoe? Oh, what happens when you can't relate to being a hoe? You're gonna be single like that. Hoes are getting married. They're getting married. They are. Oh, yes, the fuck they are. Okay? They getting married. They keep a nigga. Silly hoes don't. The silly hoes don't. Because silly hoes want a motherfucking man, a real man. That's never going to happen. Because you're a hoe. That's not for you. Somebody for everybody, but that ain't gonna be for you. Jay says, how do you respond to a woman that she asks you why you're single? As a man, tell her the truth. Tell her I love fucking multiple women. She gonna get mad. She gonna get pissed. Trust me when I tell you, because by the time she come to me, I'm like, well, he told you the truth. What's the problem? Never tell a woman, believe me when I tell you, women love players. They love them. I didn't mention that part. Oh, they love a fucking player. They love them. That's why they get all the pussy. Players get more pussy than the good guy. Just tell them no. I love being with multiple women. Period. That's it. Don't talk about tied down. Don't talk about you ain't find the right one. Don't talk about that. Don't do what she wouldn't do. Be yourself. God damn it. There ain't no such thing as a male hoe unless you're a homo. So just tell them, no, I love being with multiple women. That's the male nature. What's the fucking problem? She's going to have a problem with it. That's why she's single. You get it? She's going to have a problem with your answer. Because if she was with anybody, she would ask you why you're single. Why the fuck would it care? Why would it matter? Unless she was with a good guy. And if she's with that good fucking guy and she's cheating behind his back and you tell her, nah, I just like fucking multiple women, she's going to get intrigued by that because she's a hoe. She got this good guy, he's boring. She got this player they just told me he gets multiple women. Women are attracted to that in a fucked up way. So the way you respond to a woman when she tells you, why are you single? Say, I love being with multiple women. If she's bored of her marriage or her fucking damn relationship, she's going to want to jump on that gravy train. I promise you she would. Happens all the time. If you're in a relationship, you want to get some pussy, say, I would never cheat on my wife. There's not a woman that can make me do that. That hoe is going to be like, she's going to challenge you. The only one that's going to respect that is a lady. But that fucking hoe is going to get challenged. She's going to be like, you know what? He said he won't cheat on his wife. I bet you he'll cheat on her if I've given his pussy. So, considering, Jay, speak to this between y'all got to shoot the questions. Queen Vegan said you should stick to topic. Jay's sticking to topic because the title itself, it's, you know what I mean? It's the same way why a woman is single. You know what I mean? Women never tell a man, they call it a hoe stage. What does that mean? That's the furthest y'all go. You can't even call a prostitute a whore. Did you know that? So, I used to hustle dudes. Oh, so you were a whore. I beg your pardon. I wasn't a whore. I was an escort, but they don't like the name. To us, it's very simple. A woman is a whore is a woman that, you know what I mean? She likes to fuck a little nigga here and there. She like to get her shit off. Just you can look at that. Well, I'm single. That's a whore to us. You suck our dick on the first date, you're a hoe. You gave us the pussy on the first date. There's so many different ways, but it's all the same thing. You fuck that real man the first day, he ain't gonna fucking wife you. You fuck that good guy, god damn it, bitch, I'm gonna give you a ring. But then you may fuck that damn shithole. He gonna challenge you because he like, well, bitch, the pussy was garbage. So you got these three different elements. What's gonna challenge you? Fuck what challenge you, fool. Be with the nigga that's gonna marry you. Because it ain't gonna get no better than that. Green Vegan says, I'm not talking about Jay, I was referring to King Pick respectfully. Oh. So King Pick said, okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. You understand? So again, you're one of the two ladies. All right. Okay. Well, Nate, what if I'm single? What if I'm a single mother with 5 kids? I mean, come on, darling. Single with 5 fucking kids? Even if you was a lady, who the hell gonna believe that in 2026? God forbid you got more than one baby's daddy. You can forget it. Cause when we in a cipher with men like we in today, those conversations are gonna be like, oh hell no. 5 kids, god damn it. The most I'm scared to even fuck her. I don't wanna be baby number 6. I don't wanna have nothing to do. I don't mind fucking her, but I don't wanna get her getting pregnant. That's what the real motherfucker gonna say. That good guy, he gonna be like, shit, fuck it. If she fuck me good enough, I'll give her another baby. You should never be alone. Ever. Ever. Well, Nate, is it true that when a woman is single, something is wrong? Yes, it is. We just gotta find out what it is. It could be serious. It could be tragic. You could have a check engine light in your fucking car. Nate, is something wrong? Depends what code it is. Let's put the motherfucking computer in and get to it. Oh, it's no big deal. You probably left the goddamn gas cap open. When you got gas, you probably had the car running. I want to clear it. It's nothing. Or we got a problem, nigga. It's the transmission. A woman being single is the same way that a car has a check engine light. Something's wrong. Is it a problem? It depends. You could be single because you're stupid. Or you could be single because you're a lady. If you're a lady in this climate, it's very hard to find a real man. But the good guy doesn't want her. He'll abuse her. A real man, you cheat on him, he's finished. Good guy, fuck it, bitch, I'll upgrade your house. Again, it depends. But if you're single, something is wrong. Well, Nate, what about if you're married? Well, why are you married? Are you married because you're a lady, or you're married because you're a whore? Convince me on this one. Let me see your husband. I'll tell you who you are. I could tell a lot about you by the person you married. That's right. I can tell a lot about a woman by the man that she's with. I can tell. Oh, he got a good guy. He works 3 jobs. He worships the ground that I walk on, but sometimes he's a little annoying. That means she's a slut. And it means he's a good guy. She know when she's a slut when that dick is inside of her. She starts talking all freaky. Now, oh, yeah, fuck me, stay. I want to suck you, put your balls in my mouth, knowing she's married. The lady, you'll never get that opportunity. She ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna cheat on her husband. She won't do it. So she's not even an option. The same way how you ask why you single, you gotta ask a person why you married. Huh? You wanna fuck a person up asking why you married? What you mean? Why? Why did you marry? And watch what they tell you. Oh, he was a good man. He loved my daughter. He took me in as a single mother. Blah, blah, blah. She gonna tell you all the good shit. And then she gonna still be weak for that big dick every now and then from another man. Cause she knows he's a good security blanket. But she's a slut. And opposites attract. That's the true opposite. So if you're a hoe and you single and you should be married, you looking bad either way. Some of y'all are married and you're only married because you're a whore and your husband's weak. He's a good guy. Look at Ice-T and Coco. I rest my case. She's a slut. That's who she is. She's always going to desire another man. That's what hoes do. But Ice-T's a good guy. He worships the ground. He goes on. He'll never fucking leave her. And if he do, it's going to take another hoe to take him. Because he's a good guy. You understand? It's a serious method. Only problem is man can't tell the woman the truth because she's going to fold, and the woman's not going to tell herself the truth. She can't admit it. How many of y'all said you went through a whole stage? What the fuck is that? You can't go through a whole stage. You're a hoe forever. You can't erase that. If you was a slut back in high school because you had niggas run a train on you, and then 30 years later you gonna tell me you had a whole stage, bitch, tell me about them days them niggas ran the train on you. I'm still on that part. You stopped doing it or you haven't did it since then. Big fucking difference. A lady ain't gonna tell me that she had a train ran on her in the 10th fucking grade. It never will happen. She probably sucked a dick or two because she thought she had a real fucking man. You understand? But she ain't gonna let nobody run a train and have a threesome on her. Not happening. Once you're a hoe forever. The difference with black sisters, y'all conceal that shit because you don't want nobody to know. But that white bitch is open with it. That Latin bitch is open with it. Y'all the only ones they'll tell you. Because every time we fuck them, us players, they say, give me that big black dick, I'm your whore. I'm your nasty bitch. Because they know that's what we like. Sexually. JD said Coco cheated on Ice-T before he still went back to her. Exactly. I'm telling you. Now, don't get it fucked up. I'll fuck Coco too. I wouldn't wife her. Because I'm a real nigga. You know what I mean? He won't leave her. He'll never leave her. Never. Throw another name at me. I'll tell you. White women don't go around telling the world. What do you mean telling the world what? Are you kidding me? Have you watched Pornhub? Are you fucking... What did you just say? White women don't go... What are you talking about? White women are open being a whore. All MILFs cheat on their husbands, all of them. What are you talking about? That's not true. White women are open with being a fucking... They're not blaming nobody. They are open with it. They love big black dicks. They marry men for security. And when they're bored of their husband, they're going to step out on them. What are you talking about? That's not true. That's way off. You said white women don't go around telling the world they are whores. I never said that. You said, you said white women don't go. You clearly don't know me. I don't know what you're talking about. What is he talking about? Are you kidding me? How can I say that when white women have the white liver? That's not even accurate at all. It's way off. Black women don't tell their world that they whores. They don't. They hide it. That's not true. That's way off. I never said that. And if I did, let me correct you right now. You definitely, that was a typo. White girls go around. I don't know what you're talking about. You fucking my whole live stream up right now. Can somebody else leave a comment? You're going to fuck my whole shit up. You're not making sense. You're throwing your pointers out here and you're not making any sense. I don't know what you're talking about. How do we go from white women? White women are white women in a bag, nigga. Trust me, I know. I've been doing this for a long time, brother. Okay. If you have my conversations, we did live streams about the white liver. What are you talking about? Yeah, just get him out of here. Get him out of here. Just get him out of here completely. We don't need stupidity. Get him out. Just get him out of here. I can't deal with stupidity. I can't deal with stupid fucks, man. You're way off. Anybody that knows accident thing, that's a goddamn lie, nigga. Okay, that's why black men marry white women, fool. I hate a stupid motherfucker. I have a deep hatred for who you see in the thumbnail, a black woman, fool? Who's smiling in there? What are you talking about? You gotta go. Nah. Sorry. You'll go. Bye. Won't see you again. I can't stand a stupid motherfucker, right? Don't you hate dumb fucks? Always acting like they want to throw their 2 cents in. He'd have been better off asking the question. You know what I mean? And he be the one about, you said this in the video. Okay, well, nigga, well, listen, I'm telling you what I said now. I don't give a fuck what I told you yesterday. I'm telling you right now, nigga, if you don't know the fucking white woman is way more of a whore and open with it than a black woman, you got to be fucking out your mind. Are you kidding me? Black woman ain't comfortable being a whore. It's not her natural habitat. She's never comfortable with it. That's why she's single. She ain't comfortable with being no fucking whore. We ain't talking about Sexy Red and whack-ass motherfucking Meg Thee Stallion. That's an image. We talking about real shit. Women just can't. Nobody gonna tell you she's a whore like that white one. A white woman's gonna say, I'm your dirty fucking whore. That's what a white woman tells you. I'm your dirty whore. And I'm like, God damn it, bitch, I'm gonna be here tomorrow. There's no such thing as a classy man. All men are nasty. Whether he's gay or straight, he's a nasty fuck. Okay? You look at a man, make love to me. Yeah, when that prostitute tells him to make love to him, he wants to hear that. But if that fucking good woman wants any burn from him, she's got to say, fuck me like a whore. You know it. You know it's more sexy to say, yeah, fuck my asshole. Let me stick your dick in my mouth. You know it's good for her to say that. Oh, make love to me, treat me like a queen. That don't entice him. He's a man. Man love nasty. Nasty is man. Every now and then we got one fucking retard that walks up in here and commenting without a blue wrench. Shut up, fool. If you ain't gonna have a blue wrench, ask the questions, dummy. Now, I know a lot of women are going to disagree with this shit, but it's just the truth. You out here, you don't want to, well, I disagree, Nate. So if you disagree, maybe you're a lady. Challenge yourself. Maybe you're a lady. So why are you offended? You understand? How you offended when I tell you you're either a hoe or you're a lady? That's why you're single. The difference is the hoe got to understand, God damn it, you can't get that real nigga. And the lady got to understand you can't fuck with a no good nigga. You can't even touch him. You can't play with him. You can't. As a lady, you can't have no recreation with a no good motherfucker. You can't do it. The hoe can handle that. Everybody has their thing. Valley says, yes, they love sluts. This is why a lot of foreign women get married quick. Yes, look at fucking Mario. Okay, Mario's a good guy, the singer. Look at his wife. She's Mexican. She's already a slut by nature. All she gotta do is say it, fuck me, Poppy, and suck his dick, he gonna marry you. I'm telling you, you think it's a joke? The white bitch same goddamn thing. The best thing she could ever tell her man is give me that black cock. God damn it, bitch, I'm gonna make a baby with you. Yes, that's all it takes. Yeah, fool. That's all it takes. The problem with you fucking Tom, Dick, and Jerry. You fucking all these niggas and you still can't keep one. Cause you want a real nigga. It don't go like that. You should have been married. You wasted time. What are you doing? Okay? The longer you wait, the bigger the hole you are. Green Vegan said, Nate, should a woman be someone even though they don't love him? Yes. A woman should be, not a lady, no. A woman, yes. A woman should be with somebody even if she don't love him. Especially if he's security blanket. Get a house from that motherfucker. Use his credit. Goddamn, 2 incomes are better than 1. You don't marry him for love. You marry like the white bitch do. She marries for opportunity. That's the problem with you black woman. You done fucked half of the goddamn world and want to go marry a nigga out of love, and he ain't shit. That ain't gonna work. Now you want to worship this motherfucker like you an Asian bitch and realize this nigga's a crumb. Well, my coworker at the job did it. Well, the coworker's Asian. Entirely different. He'll marry her just because of her chinky eyes. You ain't got no chinky eyes. Oh, cause I just want to date a man and he just give me some dick. We'll keep it moving. Yeah, okay. That's some hoe shit. You do realize that. Cause a lady don't talk like that. Well, what about all the bodies we fuck with? They tell the black woman that. The non-black bitch, she don't have a limit. She can fuck 1 million niggas. You can't. He don't want you to fuck 1 million niggas. He got you all fucked up. He tell you he don't want you to be a hoe. Then when you are a hoe, he talks about you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Shoot them questions. Keep going. Green Vegan says, would a lady still be a lady if she has sex before marriage? Yes. You could still be a lady before having sex before marriage. That's another myth. We're all sinners. I'm a fucking sinner. You know what I mean? But if you fucking 1 million niggas before marriage, that's a slut. A lady could be with one man. She's with this one man. He's a real man. He's doing the right thing. Fuck it, they ain't married. That's different. She fucking a bozo. She's a slut. Listen, let me ask y'all a question. If y'all seen that my best friend was gay, I hang out at gay clubs, you're gonna be like, Nate, a goddamn faggot, right? Just hypothetically, you're gonna judge me by my company. Right, so what are you when you fuck shitty niggas? What are you? So can a lady fuck a no good ass nigga? A lady can fucking fuck a no good ass nigga, but she's gonna know it. You doing this shit over and over again for 20, 30 years, darling. Why? Enough is enough. That's the difference with the lady and you. Once that nigga's no fucking good, she's out of there. Once he's no good to you, you go fuck another gold dude, a no good motherfucker, and another one, and then you're a slut. You're judged by the company you keep is the point. You fuck, if you look at your track record and you fuck 10 no good niggas in your life, you are a hoe. That's your accountability. If you're a lady and you had 3 boyfriends and they were great fucking men, but shit just went left, you can still be a goddamn lady. But you can't be a lady when you've been doing this shit since goddamn high school. Oh, this is a great question. How do you know a guy is no good? Fantastic question. Well, he's fucking you. Men love whores. So he either a good guy or he ain't no fucking good. Which one are you fucking? If he's a good guy, like black women, y'all don't like that good guy. He's corny, he's goofy. So most of the niggas y'all fuck is no good. That's a fact. Most of the men that black women fuck are no fucking good because most of the niggas are no good. And most black women don't step out their race. They want to be with the black man. So he's shit already. So she depletes herself by fucking him off the rip. Some of y'all started 15 years old. You fucked that greaseball. Real niggas supposed to look at you and be like, you fucked that nigga? Ew. Why would you do that? Well, I thought that nigga's a bum. He got 10 babies' mothers. Why would you? Yeah, he told me that, but I think it's 5 babies' mothers. Right. Who's the silly old, him or her? Now, to answer the question, how does a woman know? How do you know a guy's no good? You attract what you are. You fuck no good niggas because no good niggas fuck hoes. On a regular. Your baby's father ain't shit. The guy you dealing with ain't shit. Your boyfriend from the 5th grade wasn't shit. It goes to you. It's a very simple process. Want me to flip it around? What kind of guy gets the most pussy? Players. Players and no good niggas get the most ass. Now, ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a goddamn bitch? Oh, man need to tell the truth. Yeah, that real nigga could tell the fucking truth a lot better than that good guy. The good guy may tell the woman, I want you to be my mother. Oh, he turned me off. It just is not, he's not manly. The nigga that wasn't shit, he'll tell you, the nigga that wasn't shit bouncing his dick all around, for some reason, he made her pussy move a little better. I'm telling you. The good guys don't turn women on, but the hoes turn them on. What's up, Jasmine? Jasmine says, Nate, real men hang in the same circle like you, the accountant you mentioned. You were meeting the man that should go through your social circle. How can a lady position herself in these social circles? She has to be around men like me and listen. That's all she got to do. In other words, you should have been there with the 3 men. And just listen. That's going to be tough. The social circles you want to be is around. Men love a woman that just stays out of it. Because now we can still be men and talk amongst. They be like, yo, we got shorty and nah, she good. That's rare. If a woman could get in that social circle, she'll be unstoppable. Because she's going to know what men think. But not all the rest of y'all fucking argue. You want to debate. Oh, I disagree. Oh, I got some pushback. Oh, I didn't like what you said because you take everything personal. That's why we lie to you all the fucking time. Ask that hoe what happens. Ask her. God damn it. Niggas always lie. Men lie to hoes. The good guy he don't lie to you. You don't want him. All men lie to hoes. They're going to lie to you. Because they know the truth ain't going to work. Unless you're a stone cold player. He know how to spit it out a little better. But generally, men lie to hoes. Unless you're a lady, now he lying to you because he don't want to lose you. You get what I'm saying? Which one are you? You're either one. You know what I mean? So if you're the lady, he lied to you because he didn't want to lose you. But when you're a hoe, we lie to you because we just want some pussy. It's a difference. That's why we call kicking game, kicking Willy Bobo. It goes far. We tell you what you want to hear. And then you confirm, you confirm it because you be like, oh, please, because if you had told me you had 6 kids, I would have walked away. That's exactly why I ain't tell her I got 6 kids. You never tell her that. Can't do that. On average, you're not gonna get the pussy that way. Lies go further with hoes. It does. It don't go far with a lady, but it go further with a hoe. Because as long as it sounds good, you can get her. She's easy to manipulate. So I would suggest to be in that circle. And that's going to be tough because, again, number one, then they know you're going to have a problem with it. So you got to challenge yourself. Can I sit here for 2 hours and shut the fuck up? It's hard. It's hard. Because it's not in a woman's nature to deal with that. She's going to have a problem. That's why we can have a forum of men. We don't have the one man, well, I disagree because, we shouldn't be looking at another woman because we're married. He's not going to, we'll kick him out of there. All you got to do in your social circles is to be around men. These are the social circles you want to be around. Men. And listen, you want to be the fly on the wall. When they're saying, what's your point of this? Say, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just chilling. I'm just enjoying myself. Put it on the place you at. I'm just enjoying the decor and just listen and take note. And you're going to be like, God, that was hard to do, but that's some real shit. That's the truth you're going to get. Believe me, when some niggas are comfortable, they're going to tell you everything. Green Vegas said, what happens when a man is not wanting to have sex? This is good questions. Is having sex with hoes keeping you for something serious? Okay, so you're saying if a man is with a woman and not having sex, is he having sex with hoes and keeping you for something serious? No. When a man's not having sex with you, it's usually because he's not having sex with nobody else. That's how that works. It's not like a woman where you start fucking another nigga and now you're going to blame your boyfriend and he's being mean and you hate him and, because you're not comfortable fucking 2 niggas at the same time. You know what I mean? We're different. When we get used to you and we just become a sexless marriage or sexless relationship, it's because we not stepping out. When a nigga's getting it, that's when he going to be on your back. When a nigga come home and want to stick his dick inside, he probably, because he already had shit, he already probably shoved it in another bitch's pussy earlier. It's real. So if a man is not touching you, it's because he's probably not getting no action. He's not losing interest, he's just bored. He ain't getting no pussy anywhere else. But there's a lot of that going on. When men ain't getting no ass elsewhere, most times he ain't gonna touch you at home. Sad but true. It's out to William. Hello everyone, Nate. I haven't been getting the notifications. You know what you do? Unsubscribe and then subscribe again, then hit the notification button. I don't know why it does that. Shout out to Amanda. I hate when it does that. You're very welcome, Jasmine. Yes, you gotta get in those spaces with men and just learn to shut up. Just let them talk. Tell them, don't whisper. Don't say you one of the guys. Just be the woman that's there. Don't even show them you one of the guys. You can talk to me everything. I got brothers. That's corny. You know what I mean? That's going to make your nature look worse because you're going to end up, you're going to end up folding. Just listen. Just put tape over your mouth and hear everything they talk about. You'd be surprised how much you could learn. Tonight, you as always speaking the truth. Salute, big bro. You literally, it's this small lettering with this shade with this dude that you're a lateral thinker, and I appreciate that insight. Teach, carry on, and you're very welcome. You know, I mean, listen. I had male bonding today, and it's just the nature. And male bonding for a lot of men, yeah, we may be afraid to talk to other men. We don't want another nigga throwing us under the bus, telling our wife this shit we talk about, shit like that. But men that bond, we don't do that. It's just an unwritten rule. You know what I mean? We don't do that. That's why it's called male bonding, because most we bond, we don't do that. You know what I mean? Oh, she said she's talking about the phrase, the dating phase. So the dating phase, when you're not having sex anymore, is because, you know what I mean, he's bored. When a man's bored, he ain't gonna touch his woman no more, and he ain't getting no pussy. But once that nigga gets some new pussy, he probably will touch you. Sometimes the side bitch does a lot for your relationship, because it puts him back in a position to appreciate the pussy at home, especially if the pussy was garbage. He may go hit some shit that wasn't that good. He'd be like, shit, I might as well just fuck my girlfriend. Or sometimes he's guilty. When men are guilty, he'll fuck you just for his guilt. God damn, I can't believe I ate this other bitch's pussy. Let me fuck my girl. You're very welcome, man. It's just what it is, you know? It's like a man that talks about, oh, I get a whole bunch of women, and women always, a younger woman, you the oldest woman I ever dealt with. That's bullshit. Don't listen to that, because niggas that get it try to conceal that. Real niggas that get pussy don't brag about getting bitches to a woman. We brag to men. Not gonna brag to a woman, like, that's shooting yourself in the foot. So if a nigga's just talking because he's watching Pornhub and now he developed the type of woman he like, he watching Instagram, he's a talker. Don't go for that. But that works with y'all. Y'all listen to that. You know what I mean? Because if you hear a nigga like me, I'm gonna be like, why are you telling you that? You can't turn a woman on. You want to turn a woman off, talk about another woman. I'm telling you. If I compliment a woman right now in this chat and be like, goddamn, bitch, you so sexy, and another motherfucker come there and I tell her the same thing, the one I told earlier gonna be like, damn, this nigga just told me I was sexy, now he telling the other bitch. They don't like that. Women don't like that shit. You can't do that. So when you're in a dating phase and your man is bored is when he stopped touching you. That's when he's bored. He wants something new. Can he tell you that? No. He's not gonna tell you that. I don't give a fuck what he says. He gonna tell you everything but that. But he'll tell me that. Matter of fact, I'll tell him. Was like, man, I ain't touch her in 3 months. Because you need something new, nigga. Nah, I don't. Trust me, bro. Go fuck something new and then call me back and tell me what happened. He gonna be like, damn, ain't you right? I just fucked this chick now. I want to go home and fuck my woman. Maybe I could fuck 2 in one night. That's why a woman that has a man, that has a boyfriend, a girlfriend or a wife, she goes in further because she gonna be freakier. Because the mentality gonna be, I want to give him what his wife don't give him, right? That's the goal, and that goal is accepted. It is, because what other thing is she supposed to do? If her goal is to take this nigga, how she gonna take him? Making love to him, or giving this nigga some fire pussy? She's gonna have to slut him out. Damn, Nate, she took it in the ass. I fucked on top of a statue. We was on a subway. She sucked my dick. God damn, I ain't gonna let this bitch go. Tell you. But if he a real nigga, he like, I ain't gonna let her go, but I ain't gonna leave my wife. The good guy, oh man, she sucked my dick on a train. I fucked in the ass on the top of the subway. God damn, I'm gonna marry her. Nate, you're getting flooded. Question: what does it mean when you dating a new guy and he is not trying to push on you? Does he want you? Oh, this is a good question. Whew. I like this question a lot. She says, what does it mean when you dating a new guy and he is not trying to push up on you? Does he want you for something serious? That depends. How old is he? Let me tell you something about a man. When a man, it depends. If a nigga's older, he ain't had no pussy in a minute. He don't know if he gonna perform good. He been eating a lot of sugar and a lot of junk. Dick's game is probably a little weak. He ain't pushing up on a fucking thing because he don't want to embarrass himself. That's number one. Number two, he could actually kind of like you, and he doesn't want to push you away by getting rejected. You understand? So he likes you. So let's just say he doesn't want to get rejected. That's another reason why. You know what I mean? Like, he don't give a fuck, so he try to push her. But if you kind of like a woman, but yet you're not sure, but you don't want to get pushed off. That's good. Doesn't mean that he wants something serious. He just values you enough that he doesn't want to be turned down. A lot of times niggas won't push up just for not to get rejected. You see what I'm saying? Or like I said at the beginning, he just don't think he's confident enough to perform, so he won't push up. And that's just real. And you kind of want to go with the second part because you could get to know him better. Because the longer he don't take to get the pussy, the longer it intensifies and lasts a little longer. Unless y'all drunk. If you're drunk, if you're drunk, he's fucked up, you're fucked up, you can get away with it. Alcohol is always a good excuse, because especially if he's fucked up. If he's sober and you're drunk, that's not a good look. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mr. Rock. Nate, what's your point on a side woman that accepts being the side and respect you not to fuck another woman? Don't know if you covered that already. That's actually that's a fantastic question. That's a question that a lot of men need to hear. So, a lot of answers, right? So Mr. Rock basically said, what's your point on the side woman that accepts being the side but expects you not to fuck another woman? Now, this is the thing with that. Again, you lie to her. You tell her what she wants to hear. She already accepted you. So she's already being a hoe. And again, we love it. But you're not gonna fuck that up by going fucking another woman. And she accepted it. Of course you're gonna get more pussy because now you got a side bitch. As side women bring more side women on. All side woman does is boost a man's confidence. That's exactly what they're there for. It's to boost his confidence, whether he's single and dating, whether he's married, whether he's really, you know what I mean? If he has a side chick, that's a male booster. So it's not the discussion you should ever have with her to have another side bitch. You tell me that, you tell another man, but you don't tell her. So yes, let her expect that. Let her expect it. It's good that she says that because it keeps your game together. Because the more and more she wants you to have no other side bitch, because she accepted being a side bitch to you already, rightfully she's supposed to believe that. It's your job and your game to finagle her to believe that. That's it. You know what I mean? Because if that's her request, before it's your request. Now, if you flipped it around and say, listen, bitch, like, I got a lot of side bitches, and you this, that nigga, that's different. And that's a whole different type of nigga. But if her request was, I'm your side bitch. I'm accepting your side bitch, but I don't want you fucking no other bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Now you just gotta play the game. Just lie to a fucking asshole. Just say, okay, no problem. You gonna be the only one I'm fucking. Goddamn. I appreciate you, brother. I mean, it's the truth. You know, you tell them what they want to hear. You understand? And she has the same job to do. When she's fucking that good guy at home that she married, knowing the nigga's a piece of shit because she don't respect him because she like, well, damn nigga, I'm a hoe, you married me. I ain't shit, you fucking, I don't even love you. Don't tell him that. She's supposed to say that to herself. And when he's making love to herself, baby, this pussy's all yours, she gotta make him fit. She has a job to do too. But the problem with sisters, they get too caught up in their shit because they want what they want, as if they ain't competing with a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Sisters is competing with hoes. Hoes are taking a black man, the white hoe, the Latin hoe, globally. They don't give a fuck. Listen, they don't give a fuck. They getting your man. All they got, and they know they could get him. All they got to do is give him pussy. A nigga will risk his whole marriage for that. They know this. But the sisters, they're too empathetic. They're too, oh my God, passion. Everything with a sister's passion, even when she's a slut. Oh, I do this all for you. No. Don't tell him that. You don't tell him that until he marries your fucking. Don't tell him that as a nigga that you fucking. Let him think you got a boyfriend. He loves this competition. God damn it, I'm gonna make this bitch my wife. I'm gonna have her try to meet her man. He likes that. I always tell women, let him think you got somebody else. We work better when we do that. Trust me when I tell you. Ask a woman that got a boyfriend what that man did to her. God damn, he ate my ass every fucking day. I told a nigga I had loose bowels this week. I just got out my period. He ate my pussy in the car because he knows you're fucking married. When you're single, God damn it, bitch, I tell any goddamn thing. Niggas don't respect single women because you shouldn't be single. Because she's not a lady, right, Nate? Now again, right, so Kara says, not a lady. So let me explain to that. As a lady, she's not equipped for this game at all. So a lady is not equipped to deal with most of the things I'm talking about. It just won't work for her. You know what I mean? So she has to be very careful. She could barely date. She can't let nobody come to her fucking house, all right? She can't have her first kiss the first night. She can't do nothing because a lady could become a hoe real quick. And once you become a hoe, you can't go back to a lady. That's it. It's not reversible. A hoe could always go back to being a hoe, right? She chilled out, now she go back to a hoe. That's in her blood, but you can't go from a lady to a hoe. You can't risk that. So you got to hold on to that. You understand what I'm saying? So most women believe, oh, I'm a lady. No, you're not a lady. No. You're not a lady. It's you know what I mean? You're a woman, and that's fine. You know what I mean? And that's fine, and embrace that. But now you have to say, well, if I'm such a lady, then why you're not married? Why? That's the catch. You don't even know where I'm going with that because more hoes get married than ladies, right? But you got to test her. Now she going to tell you the same okie doke, and that's when you get her. Because the hoe is looking for a real man. The lady knows only a real man is made for her. You understand what I'm saying? She doesn't have that many options. The hoe has more options. She does. In a sick, fucked up way, she does. You know what I'm saying? Valley says, hey, Nate, sure he doesn't. So how does it What? So how do you make sure he never gets bored? It's impossible. New pussy is more powerful than a current woman. I fuck you today, I fuck you tomorrow. It's not new anymore. I hit it yesterday. As soon as you bust a nut on that new piece of pussy, it goes from new to old. That's why a lot of times when we hitting it and we fit, oh yeah, come baby, come. And we come, we like, oh shit. It ain't new no more. New pussy is Viagra. So now what she got you ain't got, you ain't fuck her yet. She got the upper hand on you. He ain't even been on. Imagine a woman having an upper hand on you and you ain't even she ain't even fuck him yet. He didn't have me. That's a virgin pussy hole to him. Anything a man didn't have is new. He didn't have it. For your shit to be new again, he probably can't fuck you for 10 years to feel that. He literally would have to fuck you 10 years later for that shit to be, God damn it, shit, I ain't fucked that in 10 years. It felt new. You understand? So there's nothing you can do about that because it's just the nature of life. You could never keep it fresh and new. I don't care how many lingerie, I don't care how many dildos they tell you to bring to the bedroom. Bring your girlfriend to the bedroom and see what he does. You know what I'm saying? Because you said that it will lose interest if he gets bored. Again, he can get bored the first time he fucks you. He can get bored the fifth time. Eventually, it's going to get played out. It's going to lose its novelty. Some things just lose their novelty. Some quicker than others. We live in a world where people lease cars because they know you're going to get tired of the motherfucking. Some of y'all get tired of it in 3 months. But now they got to make a contract. Say, well, you got a contract. You got to keep this bitch for 3 years. But see, there ain't no contracts out here. Y'all ain't giving no contracts because y'all giving all the pussy away. So now a nigga get tired of it and wants some new fruit. He watching these Instagram models. He's seeing all these fine bitches on reels. God damn, I want to fuck this. I want to fuck that. Forget it. Could never be new as long as social media is here. Social media ruin your pussy, y'all. Just keep fucking him, but he will want to talk to another woman at some point unless he's a good guy. The good guys stick around a little longer. He doesn't get bored as quickly. The good guys stick around. The one that you don't want to be with, that want to be with you, yeah, him. The one that annoys you, him. Shout out to Mr. Rock. Mr. Rock said, you can ask as many questions as you want. Do women live a lie when it comes to the choices she makes dealing with the man she allows him into life and heart? Yes. Because women live a fantasy. We live a fantasy too, but our fantasy is more pornographic. A woman's fantasy is more the Wizard of fucking Oz. She believes the Wizard of Oz is down a yellow brick fucking road. She believes that it's Cinderella. She believes Santa Claus is coming through the chimney. A man's fantasy is just getting his dick sucked from a fine new piece of bitch, new piece of ass. You know what I'm saying? A fantasy is a man fucking everything he wants. A fantasy is a man imagining his face in her ass. So women live a lie from their nature. They can't help it. Right? So they lie to themselves. They don't want to face the fire. They want him to admit who he is, and they're going to fucking abolish him when he does, but she will not admit who she is. She won't. She won't. She think a hoe is a girl that sells pussy on the street. But she just sucked another man's dick, and it wasn't her husband. You understand where I'm coming from? Multiple times. She sucked more dicks than been married. She probably got proposed to once, but she sucked 8 dicks in her life. Gotta think about that. How you sucked 8 dicks and nobody married you yet? That's crazy. And hoes out here are strapping. Hoes out there is pulling all these motherfucking husbands like crazy. Something's wrong. So when it comes to their choices, they build a lie. And now they have these high demands for what they like. And that's why they stay single. Because that shit that they like don't even exist. Oh man, I'm not like that, Nate. There we go. The man doesn't debate with me, the woman always does. A man will never debate with me, it's never happened. He won't even attempt to do it. Matter of fact, he'll shut his fucking mouth because he don't want to incriminate himself. The question, is there a case where a man who already has a woman at home where he gets mad at the side chick if she has a man already? Is that because he caught feelings? Yes, we catch feelings for the side woman, especially when she got another man. But if the side woman has a boyfriend already and it starts that way, no, we won't catch feelings. You know what I mean? It because now we just, I could fuck you behind your boyfriend's back forever because you brought it to me that way. We actually like that. You know what I mean? You have your husband, you have your boyfriend, and you're my side bitch, and I have my wife or my girlfriend. Perfect situation. But now, most times, black brothers especially, they side bitches are single. That's the worst thing you could ever do is fuck a side bitch that's single. Because once she starts fucking somebody else, he's going to be pissed off. You just can't deliver that to the door, signed, sealed, and delivered without a boyfriend. It'll last longer. Now, somebody's going to catch feelings, you know what I mean? I don't know who, but in most cases, if the woman usually catch the feelings if the woman has a boyfriend and she's the side piece to you, to the guy, and he has a wife or a girlfriend, she'll more likely will catch feelings. She will. First, men don't catch feelings when a woman is delivered to him in a relationship or marriage. We don't catch feeling. We don't want you to lead a nigga, number one. That's number one rule. Because if you leave the nigga, you gonna fuck around and want me to leave my bitch. So if you stay with the nigga, that's a good time to distract. I ain't gotta do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? She expects less. So we prefer you to stay with the nigga. Or be with the nigga. But once you fucking with us and now you been my side piece and I've been fucking you raw and now, you home alone and I know you ain't going nowhere. You go get a nigga? Oh yeah. We gonna have a problem with that. We gonna have a big fucking problem. Okay? I may call you a nasty hoe. You ain't shit. Yeah, it's a fact. Shout out to Mr. Ron. Goddamn. Shout out to Tyrone Church. Can women said, can women have men and not, can women have many men and not be a hoe? No, it's impossible. If you fuck 2 niggas, you a hoe. If you dating 5 men, you're a hoe. Anytime you have multiple men that got your airspace and you date, go to dinner, cozy up, fuck this one eats your pussy, this one takes you on dates, that's a slut. Because a lady won't do it. A lady's not going to date multiple men. She just will not do. She rather not. A lady could be married to a nigga, The nigga gets shot. She won't date another motherfucker for the rest of her life. Or marry one. She just won't. Because she was married to him. She'll just, till death do us part. She'll still be married and one apart. You understand? So, I say that to say, that's why with women, they have to conceal that, because once a guy notices that, he's going to tell her what it is, and she's not going to be happy with that. So that's why it's hard for black women to accept who they are or what they do, because they don't want a label. And that's why a lot of sisters don't understand it. So they're like, oh, you're single because your pussy's wet. You're single because nobody wants you. Well, again, all these things apply as well too. But the main thing is, how are you single in the world where men love hoes? That's crazy. Most of the hoes I know is married because they hoes. Most of the women I know that's married ain't worth shit. But they got that good guy. On the majority. The majority. We ain't talk about the ladies. We talk about the women. So how are you single? You still being picky? You still looking for Mr. Right? You're not going to get Mr. Right. You're going to get Mr. Right now. Okay? Mr. Right, you can forget him. Because Mr. Right is who you want to be with. Mr. Right is who you love. Mr. Right is the real man that you want in your life. Mr. Right now is, you better get the going because you ain't going to get this opportunity again. That's the difference. Nate, who is worse? Kara said, who is worse? The male that falls in love with the whole sluts, or is it equal? Who's worse? The male that falls in love with hoes or sluts? Hoes or sluts. Same shit. It's no difference. It's equal. Because you got to remember, you want to be technical. A slow hoe is more of a lifestyle, right? Slut is just like, you're just a dirty slut. Like, you fuck mad niggas, no condoms, everybody busts his nuts inside you, and you just love you're addicted to dick. You know what I mean? That's a slut. You know what I mean? A hoe is just, it's a mentality. And nobody wants to face the name. There's not too many women in bed that you could be with and be like, yeah, you fucking hoe. She may not like that. Even though she knows that you fucking married with 10 kids. Even though she's cheating on her husband, she may not want you to, you understand what I'm saying? So you may have to finesse that a little more. Once she's hot, she's horny, and, oh yes, baby, yeah, come on, suck my dick, you nasty bitch. Yeah, some of your that's different. But you can't just be like, hey, you fucking hoe. She gonna be like, who the fuck you talking to, motherfucker? How fuck, you know what I mean? That's a mentality. You gotta work that. She once she's introduced to it, she'll agree, yeah, I am a dirty fucking, I am a fucking hoe. Maybe I am. I got my whole ways. Then she start talking whole ways, because now she gonna start telling you about her past. You had a threesome before once. Oh, you're a nasty hoe. No, I'm not. I did it for my boyfriend. That's worse. So, if you want to talk about what's worse, it's really about the same. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same. Because if he fails it, the only man that's gonna fall in love with a slut or a whore is gonna be, falls in love with one. It's gonna be a good guy. So it's really about, the question should be, what kind of guy falls in love with a slut or a whore? Because a real nigga ain't gonna fall in love with her. Not like that. And if he does, he's no longer a real nigga. He's a good guy. He's everything but the real one. And Mr. Rock said, married woman's sex is crazy. Damn. Of course. Married bitch got the best pussy because it's forbidden fruit. Anything forbidden is going to feel good. You fucking a nigga's wife. You got her ass, you hitting it from the back, you see her asshole, and somebody's wife. That's good pussy by default. Automatically. Especially if she tells you this pussy's yours. I bet you he don't fuck you like this. No, he don't. No, he don't. This is yours, Nate. This is yours. Forget it. Once I call my fellas, I'm going to be like, God damn. Lonnie said, it reminds me of a story of those two Good Morning America hosts with they were married and he left his partners for each other. Yes, that's a great example. That guy TJ, because the bitch is a slut. A hoe. And he left his wife for that. Now he had a lady. He had a lady. You know what I mean? The sad part is the nigga had a lady, but the nigga went from real man to a fucking goddamn good guy. Remember, he could fuck up too. You're not a real nigga forever. You could turn out to be, nigga, you wasn't no real nigga all along. You was a phony. See where I'm coming from? People don't understand you could change, but he can't go back to that. That's the difference. So the same way when a lady becomes a slut, the real nigga can't be a good guy and go back to being a real nigga. It's like, like you went to be a rat. Like, once a real nigga's like, yo, that nigga turned out to be a rat. He ain't no real nigga no more, right? So, and that story, what the deep part about it was, they stayed together. So they're made for each other. See, the one thing you got to do, there ain't no convincing a good guy. Anytime a good guy puts a wife on a pedestal, chances are she's a slut. Because good guys don't marry ladies. That's not even on their wave. I'm telling you, I told you, my friend upgraded his wife to a fucking bigger house, 200,000-300,000 more than what they had. The first house was $300,000. He doubled it and got a house for $600,000. After she cheated on him. He paid her credit off. He bought her a new car. And y'all niggas is still single? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Rock said, Nate, please give a personal definition of a woman that believes she can fuck like a man and have no feelings for the man she fucks. Women today really believe they can. No woman could do that. Can't do it. The only woman that can do that is a prostitute. She can do that. Period. She can do that. Even though everybody looks at her as a future wife, a prostitute. I'm talking, you have to pay to fuck her. She puts the condom on, sucks you off. You have to pay her. She can do that. She can fuck. And I mean, and even that's not accurate because the way he broke it down is women believe they can fuck like a man unless she's a prostitute. No woman can fuck like a man. It's biologically impossible. She can't do it. Her wave is completely, entirely different. I'll give an example. There's an example. A man can go to Brazil and fuck 1 million prostitutes. Let's say 30. And come home to his wife and love his wife and never want to leave her. A woman cannot do that without being a prostitute. She can't. Or a slut. It's impossible. So, mind you, the man doesn't lose his shit Unless a woman, oh, he's a dirty dog. No, he's a man. Because the male nature can do that. A woman can't. That's the difference between a man and a woman. Green Finger says, can you be a lady but have a whole mentality? No. That's another myth. A freak in the street, a freak in the sheets, a lady in the street, that's bull. No way. It's impossible. Impossible. You can't. You could have the presentation of a lady in regards to what you look like a lady. Like, what does a lady look like? You understand? Because lady is a whole different class gender. It's beyond her looks now. So you if we're gonna do presentation of lady and leave out the 9 other things, then it's not a fair assessment. So a lady with a whole mentality is not a lady. Great question, by the way. Kara said, my bad, I meant who is worse, the male that falls in love with the hoe or the actual hoe herself? No, a hoe is never bad because she's a hoe. That's what she does. What you're not supposed to do is fall in love with a hoe. But the good guy always does. He does. All of them. That's what they love. So he would be worse. You know, she can't be worse times 10. She can't be worse again. She's, you know what I mean? That's who she is. It's not about a body count. It's the lifestyle of how you moving. Unprotected sex, no marriage. You know what I mean? You got your pussy and you suck some dicks, and I mean, come on. That's a woman. And she's not married. Why? They would tell, oh, she's a hoe, nobody want her. No, that's not true. Everybody want that. It's the problem is she wants something else. That's the problem. Everybody wants her. Right? Now you want to do it collectively when nobody wants you is because the black man now, he wants the non-black slut, and the non-black woman now, the black woman is pushing the non-black man away because he's afraid to approach her. That's what we mean generally with that, but everybody wants a hoe. Don't ever get that fucked up. Don't ever get that fucked up. Believe me when I tell you. If Beyonce got a viral video with her sucking a dick, forget it. That'll be a world value. Are you kidding me? Her stocks will go through the roof. They're going to be like, oh, wow, she's normal. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. But yeah, the man's always worse. She has upper hand on him. One more question. Do you... Shout the rock. Do you believe a woman can fuck a man and actually hate him in general, but fuck man in her own agenda? Yeah. Oh yeah. A woman can do that. A man's a little different. He can't fuck a woman he hates. She can do it. I'll give an example. Let's just say you cheated on me. You know, you fucking dirty bitch, you cheat on me, I love that you screwed my best friend. You know, he gonna have a hard time fucking that. Because, man, you know what I mean? That's where the visual gets destroyed now, because now somebody went on his territory. It's still a lot different. But with a woman, she could fuck a nigga she hate. You see that all the time. I fucking hate him. She can hate him and love him at the same time. You understand? Kara says, real man to good guy is deep. Damn, I can't. Could never go back, no. Real nigga went for the good guy zone. He's finished. That's it. He's done. He's cooked. Because now he's just an average fucking guy. You know, wife pleaser, all the above, you know what I mean? But the real man, he got a different essence. Ain't a lot of him. Who do y'all know now in the game? Who? We got a billion good niggas married to women. A whole bunch of good guys married to women. Either good guy or a piece of shit, right? So we either got fucking Nelly married or we got motherfucking Angela Bassett's husband. You know, but how many real motherfuckers? Well, Angela Bassett's mother would be one, but we don't have a lot of that. That's rare. So the rare essence is the jewel. Woman, now let's not get it fucked up. Sisters they want that real motherfucker, but you know what I mean? The way they've been moving ain't gonna match with that. It just ain't gonna work because he'll have sex with her, but what he needs is a lady, and the lady needs him. So she's already out of her league. Can't be a hoe and want a real nigga. That'll never fly. You know, you just gotta grab that motherfucking good guy. Grab him. They don't want him. Now this is Nate. They are getting married. TJ and the white woman is, I know, they're getting married, I'm telling you. That's that white pussy's dangerous, man. See, if these dudes could just go, if you gonna fuck something, hit it and quit it. Black man just can't do that. They got a lubby-dub and I like you and this pussy's mine, and they don't know how to just bust off and keep it pushing. They don't know how to meet at a spot, go to a short stay, fuck for a half an hour and go home. They got to stay there the whole, God damn it, I'm going to take it the whole night. Can't do that. You just can't. Let the woman know it's a good idea for a woman to bring her own man some pussy. Can she keep him and lose him? Can she keep him or lose him? Yeah, I wouldn't. You lose a man like that. Unless he's a good guy. Unless he's a good guy, he may not go anywhere, but the problem with a good guy, the only thing that's detrimental to your marriage is another hoe. Gotta watch that. So you bring in another girl in the bedroom, now y'all both hoes. She has the ability to take your husband. She can take him. Again, you don't want the lady, but your threat is another slut. That's direct competition. You can't do that. So I would definitely not second him that. I'm telling you. Besides good sex, what if a man need for a woman to be comfortable with sharing her man sexually with the other woman or even moving in the home? For black women, that shit don't work. I mean, that shit that Neo's doing and all that bullshit, sisters ain't going for that. However, sisters are going for that more than Latin women. Sisters are going for that more than white women with a black man. You feel what I mean? Because they desperate now. Because they want to see, this problem with sisters, they want what they want. And if anything looks closest to the package of it, they'll accept it. Neo just probably kicked them into their ear like, yo, you know, you ain't gonna get a better man like me, ain't gonna get no better. And they be like, hey, I know. Because, you know what I mean, instead of just getting one good nigga, they'll all share Neo. He said, with a woman comfortable sharing her man sexually with other women, no woman's gonna be comfortable with that, so you gotta lie to her with that. Like I said, unless you got a situation like Neo, I would never even present that. Again, unless you got a situation like Neo, it's pointless. Why tell him that when you could just do it without telling the shit? Just don't slip up and, you know what I mean? Just be safe about it, but you ain't got to tell her shit. Only way she gonna know is if you sloppy. See, if you a sloppy nigga, whether you tell her or not, You a messy nigga. It ain't gonna never work. In my life, I met a few women that is down for the lifestyle. 2 women, 1 man. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lifestyle, but again, that's not. You know what I mean? That's not a mindset. That's a lifestyle. You know. Let me be clear. When I say being a hoe is like a mindset, right? So you psych yourself to believe it's something else, that it is what it is, right? But on a lifestyle, you want to talk a lifestyle, let me rephrase that. That's a whole different conversation. You know, I would even want a woman that you know what I mean? Because even that's going to get messy because women just can't deal with that shit. You see them shows like Sister Wives, they all going to have drama. It's never going to be peaceful. Telling you, no doubt. Green Vegas said, can you judge a man by the past relationship? Yes. Only if you have the ability to speak to the woman. You can't go by his words. Don't listen to the only way you could judge a man by his past relationship is if you have the luxury of speaking to his woman, or you know his ex-woman, or somebody knew her. That's when you have the advantage. But there's no advantage. You can't judge him by what he tells you because, you know what I mean? It's useless because it's him. You got to hear her. Nobody knows. An ex is going to know an ex, you know what I mean? And they're going to tell you certain things and what his do's and his don'ts. Especially a woman, like she's open to be like, listen, this is what it is. I ain't going to lie about you, boom, boom. She going to break this shit down, his personality, his mood swings, shit like that. You know? Yeah, so you could judge a man by his past relationship if you have the ability or the luxury of talking to his ex-girlfriend. Anybody that dealt with him, any luxury, I don't give a fuck if she was with him 10 years ago. Anybody that dealt with him on a long term, you can judge him from that. But don't judge him by you just watching him with the girl and he told you, because he ain't telling you everything. She gonna tell you what he ain't gonna tell you. That's just how it goes. Like, nigga ain't gonna tell you. There's a lot of shit she gonna tell you. Before you get into bed, she gonna tell you if the nigga packing. She gonna tell you if the nigga could fuck. She gonna tell you if the nigga, it's a 2-minute. She's gonna know a slew of shit because she been with him. So she's part of his past. He's gonna tell you what he wants you to know. So he ain't gonna tell you everything. Kara says, it's through his ex-girlfriend. That's only if you have the luxury of doing it. If you don't, then don't go. You can't judge him by that because it means nothing. You have to speak to her. It's to his ex-girlfriend. The ex will always know. Exes are very powerful, man. It's like I told you earlier, like knowing is knowing. If you know your fellas, you know your boys, you know them. So even if, why make yourself look bad and then it just doesn't go right like that. Because if somebody spoke to an ex-girlfriend of mine's, she gonna tell me shit where I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean? She's gonna blow my mind and knock my socks off because who would think I haven't been with you in 25 years and you still able to know my character? That's some big shit. You know what I'm saying? Green Vegas said, Nick, can you judge a man by his preference? That is an excellent question. Excellent. Excellent. Actually, that coincides with your last one. Listen. Again, you can't judge him by his preference either. Don't go by that. Because at the end of the day, what does his ex look like? And did you have the ability, again, and now you have to know, is this really his ex? Like, you know, he could be showing you pictures of some shit he got off of Google. Right? So if you're able to talk to an ex and have the luxury, because that ex happens to be somebody you know, and you see that this bitch is a fine bitch, and this nigga tell you the type of girls he like, then she coincides, and that's different because she confirmed it, but she doesn't confirm it from a picture. She doesn't confirm it from his preference because, once again, that fucks the game up because he's telling you a whole bunch of, what he likes. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter when a man tells me what he like, you know what I mean? And it doesn't mean his wife either. A man's wife could be one thing, but he could have a slew of side bitches that he indulges into what he likes. But most men don't, their preference means nothing. That's why it's just best a man to just tell you don't have a preference. If a man tells you he don't have a preference, that's the best type of man to fuck with because now he ain't giving you a track record. It's best that he tells you he don't have a preference even if he does. A man should never tell you he got a preference. A woman's weight holds harder with that than a man. Because most of the time, women that like what they like, they get it physically, right? But a man, a lot of times they don't get none of that shit he like. He's lying. Rock said, he's so great. Yep. Can't go by his preference. His preference is nothing but an imaginary lie. It's just what it is. Actors are different. Yeah. Shit is real. You know, if a man is a dog and men love hoes, right? And there's two types of women. How come if there's two types of women, how come the women are never just happy being one? Why the lady want to see if she could do some hoe shit, or why the hoe want to still think she could be a lady? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is nobody happy just being who they are, right? Because they're trying to figure out the man's mindset, right? So a man is just very easy to figure out, you know? What turns them on? And I was talking to one of this girl I used to fuck with years ago, and then she had said, like, you know, what you doing later? You want to come over and fuck the shit out of me? That would have been something to turn me on. Because that's the nasty shit we want to hear. But if she like, you know, you want to come over, maybe I could, you know, I just want to know if you could help me with my basement. I got a step to fix. And knowing that I had you years ago, nah, I'm not. That's old pussy, but new pussy, because I ain't hit it in a long time. But what is there? That's not enticing, right? So to entice us is a lot easier. It's just we're sexual. We're sexual predators. That's it. We're disgusting. So you have to accept the fact that if you're dating these niggas, what is that making you? There has to be some accountability. I'm fucking these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fucking them. If you're a virgin, then you got bragging rights, but you don't have no bragging rights, and you're an active woman in this game, and you're having sex. And now you figure you've been having sex for 20 years, and what did you do with these niggas? Think of the things you did. You know what you did. What you did with them. What you did. Did you go to the bathroom after that nigga nutted in your throat and look in the mirror and was happy about that? You probably felt awful. Oh, I'm such a fucking evil person. This is my best friend's fucking brother. Or my best friend's boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. Right? Must feel awful. Shit, I forgot about that. Men are different. When we fuck a slut, we proud. You know what I mean? You probably proud because he happy, but are you proud of yourself? You know, come on now. Nobody's proud. Most women are not proud of being a hoe because it's not a good feeling. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be known as that. She wants to be the lady even when she's a slut. You know? Queen Vega said, Nate, if a man is into weird looking females or it's a fetish, is that a sign to back off? No. Because you know why? Because in a competitive nature, it's kind of good if a man is into what he's into because he didn't have you, right? So that's why I say what a man's preference is just a useless conversation because your mindset may take that in and take it as he's disgracing you as a person, but he didn't have you. So regardless of what he likes, whether it's ugly or pretty, it's a conversation like, bro, like, why does it matter? Like, you know what I mean? It's about you, right? So now he's with you. And now the reality is, now y'all got a discussion. Well, how was the pussy? And it was all right. Then you got something to talk about because it's based on you. So his preference, unlike your preference, see, the thing is your preference is so adamant and prominent that you think it's that for us. Yes, it's a big for you, but not for him, because we'll fuck just about anything. But he may try to flex and tell you that, well, I normally don't date old women, but you the oldest bitch I dated. No, that's just, like, it's pointless. So I wouldn't back off if he was in the funny-looking bitch. That could turn a woman off, because why? If that's the case, a man should get turned off. Most men don't. Me, as a real nigga, like, damn, that nigga fuck that, I may look at you different. But he may not really care. Only thing a man has a problem with is knowing that he walked into a club or with somebody and he actually likes you, and knowing that he just found out if his best friend or the bartender used to fuck it. That'd turn him off. That's how he'll back off. You wouldn't have to back off. Lonnie said, because both women have something to prove. A lady wants to be sexually appealing while the hoe wants to be respected. Yeah, that's exactly the truth. See, the thing is with a lady, her sexual appeal is of a lady. So she has a whole entire different appeal, right? So the hoe, she has a different appeal. Both of them have two different sexual essences about themselves. And they have to tap into that. A lady's sexual presentation is going to be bigger because it's not going to go in the way that the whole chick is going to go, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you put the lady and she wears a garter belt and now she's got the whip and chain. It's like, all right, well, you ain't had to do all that. Because your sexual nature was just the way you sat on the couch, the way you walk. Your walk, the way you get out of the tub and dry your feet. Like, there's a whole bunch of elements that she has to tap into. Thank you, Kara. Feeling bad to just get fucked is crazy. Yeah, like, gotta think about it. After you suck that nigga's dick and he shitted all, he came all over your face. You ain't gonna feel good when that nigga's on the phone with the next bitch talk about I'll be right over. You just see us is different. She gonna tell the boyfriend she's on her way home. We like, well, fuck him. So what? Sucks being him, but that may fuck with you when he's listening and talking to his wife, and you just suck this nigga's chism all in your throat. You gonna feel the way about that. You ready to say red flag? No, I understand what you're saying. Never listen to a man's type. It's pointless. Because when we're around a cipher of men, we'll fuck anything, especially when we horny. I mean, this bitch could be skinny and then Asian, no ass, no tits. Then we start thinking of that pussy hole. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, now we got to go back to what good is him talking that if he's really in the pussy? Pussy got no face. You know what I mean? Mr. Rock says, Nate, please explain to women the difference between the pleaser and a taker. Women have a problem with a man that don't come quick and they continually believe that they didn't please the man. You know, I just talked about this the other day that women got this again, that women have to stop internalizing what works for them. Let me just flip this around. If you could make a nigga come in 2 fucking minutes, that means your pussy is bombastic. You're probably frustrated because it takes you longer to 3 minutes to get off. You get it? So it's a fail in your book because a man can't just fuck you for 2-3 minutes and you're going to get off. But to us, the quicker we bust, the fire the pussy, the more we get challenged. But if we fucking you for a whole hour, 2 hours, that you ain't challenging shit. Now we got the upper hand. Yeah, you're getting your 10 nuts more than us, but you're not doing what that golden pussy's gonna do to a nigga. A nigga will come back when he busts off quick. That nigga fuck you for 2-3 hours like a marathon, man. You'll come back. But he will be back. Believe me, you can bring this to clients or prostitutes. They'll tell you the client that busts off the quickest is the one that sticks around the longest because he's addicted to that. You know, you coming in 2 minutes, that would be good for you too. But for us, like, you want to please a nigga, you should know your pussy's good the quicker the nigga to bust the nut. That's when you know the shit is deadly. As soon as he sticks it in there, he busts right off. I don't care how embarrassing you think he is. If he listens to me, he shouldn't be embarrassed. It's fuck it, that shit was good. And every man should always have women have low expectations. You're only getting one nut. One. I ain't no fucking 17-year-old kid no more. You know what I mean? Some women lose their shit when a man is total control of their body. I mean, listen, if you a woman, if you could perform on a woman, yes, that takes her further. But if a man busts off in 2-3 minutes, he's only embarrassed because you're gonna make him feel embarrassed about it. He don't feel any less of himself. He only feels less of himself because you're gonna talk about him, because you didn't get off. You know, women reflect too much of things that work for you don't go for us. You gotta question your pussy more when the niggas is busting off quick. That's what is more deadly. Nate, is it true that is it true that it's better to smash ugly women instead of pretty women to last longer in bed? Nah, that ain't true. What is true is if you got pretty woman, you want to fuck her from the back. You fuck the ugly bitch from the front. The pretty ones, you'll last a little longer. You ain't got to see that face. If a bitch is real fine, you hitting that shit from the front and you ain't used to it, you going to shoot off, you going to look at her face. You're going to say, I can't believe this. You're going to bust right off. But she's a monster. You'll be out there performing like a motherfucker. So yes, you know what I mean? If you smashing, it's not smashing ugly women, it's the position. You got to put the ugly woman in a good position. You know, and even better, if you could fuck the ugly bitch from the back, you'll last forever. Good pussy a lot of times is an essence. Not only is it the pussy hole itself, it's the face. You a beautiful girl, you got some good pussy, you angry because a nigga shot off in 2 minutes, like, he ain't fucking complaining. When a man's complaining is when a nigga telling you he can't come. That's a problem. That's something you should feel embarrassed about if there's anything. He just can't bust off. Because that's a problem. It's a problem with himself. It's a problem that he could turn on to you. You know what I mean? You don't want to look at, well, he lasted because you may have came, but he didn't come. You know what I mean? Yeah. You could be an ugly bitch with a banging body. That, you know what I mean? But gotta fuck that from the front. Is she pretty with a crazy body? Man, you gotta hit that from the back. Fuck that. I ain't gonna, you stick your fingers in her mouth every day. Just don't fucking turn her around. Cause soon as she get on that back and she put them legs in the air, forget it. Forget it. He may even fall in love. Some people really believe that they cannot because absolute turn off is different when it turns off. You know, a turn off could, listen, a man could get turned off from a stink pussy smell. And a woman could get turned off because this nigga smell like doodle. So it goes for both sides, but she ain't gonna get a pussy smell on a man unless he was fucking another woman that was sick. You know what I mean? But what could turn a man off sexually is a woman's pussy that may not be snug enough to make a nigga come. You know, and you can make any pussy feel good, but put some lube down there. Because if it ain't that good and she's responding, oh yeah, and you're not really enjoying it, you know, you got to throw some lube down there. Because it's going to irritate you and the condom's going to get irritated. Eventually it's going to break. It's just not a good look. So your pussy's doing a good job when a nigga busting off quick. You jump on that nigga's shit and he bust right off. Don't feel bad. I don't care how frustrated you get. He ain't fucking going to be complaining. You know, you're saying if a man go for a long time in the bed, you're not desirable to him? No. I'm not saying you're not desirable. It's that she should question it more then, because if he could perform, he could perform. But if he can't come, that's bad. If you had sex with a man and the nigga just couldn't come, like, and it ends like that, and you done came 3 times, 30 times, that ain't good. But if you know, got some nigga that's performing and he's blessed to perform, you getting your shit off, and the pussy's good, and you like, yeah, come for me, baby. That nigga shoot off for the drop, then you got some normal pussy. That's good too, right? So, what she say? Hold on. You know, but again, it's, you know, a man, cause sometimes he could be behind a woman fucking her and not enjoying it. That's why a lot of niggas be playing with their phones, looking at other girls so he could come. And it doesn't mean it's her pussy's whack. Again, he could probably have a bad masturbation problem. Maybe he's watching a lot of porn. There's just so many different things, you know what I mean? I'm trying to thank you, Mr. Rob. Appreciate that. That B Mindset lube is coming soon. You better believe it. I never seen rolling over here. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro, it's speaking the truth. It's just, you know, you got to think about it. Like, me, I'm a lube type of guy. You know what I mean? I think lube is a good backup to have, so it is pleasurable. Sometimes a woman's pussy, oh, my pussy's wet. And it depends on the man, you know what I mean? You know, the nigga could have that condom, and that could be the day where that condom's sucking all your juices out. And now that's not pleasurable to us. So now you're gonna we feel the distraction before you do. So meanwhile, you're like, yeah, and your shit's drying out. And it gets drier and drier and drier, and we ain't got no lube, and he ain't busting nut. That's a problem. Or he's having sex with you and you're just enough wet, but not, you know what I mean? And he ain't coming. That's a problem. Or, well, you know, well, this ain't going to be an issue. He's using lube and he ain't coming. That's different. Like, now even if he's having a problem, that's a problem. That could be a a problem just with himself. You know what I mean? Jasmine said, why does it look like for a real man to invest in a lady throughout the relationship from the beginning? What does it look like for a real man to invest in a lady? That's a great question. Well, it's not what it looks like. It's when they connect with each other. Once they find each other, it's just a whole complete different vibe. It's nothing special. It's just them meeting is the special part. Once they bond, that's it. So it's a mode of when you see a real man and you look at the elegance of his wife because she's a lady, then that reflects on him. That's what it may not look like that from day one, but that's what it looks like later. You know what I mean? His essence speaks in volumes. So what they look like from the beginning is something that they know. Great question, by the way. How does he invest into her? Again, that's their clique. They know how to deal with each other. Like, they don't get caught up in the 50-50. They don't get caught up on your likes and dislikes. They learn each other. He knows her, she knows him. And that's how they bond, they click, and it's just a growing platform from there. Again, that's something that you would have to have the luxury of seeing through an aunt, uncle, your mother, your father. And they would know, they'll tell you, from the jump, I knew this was going to be my wife, you know what I mean? I was seeing who's this crazy man, he had these crazy shoes on, but their stories are always a point that God put them together, you know what I mean? It's very spiritual. Lube is very good, fuck around, and lube is very good for performance. Very good, because women dry out, especially in doggy style. Some women dry out, most women don't understand that doggy style dries you out more than missionary. You know what I mean? Because she's in the air. There's air coming in. That's why women's pussies fart a lot. They pussies don't fart that much when they land on their back. They fart a lot in doggy style. So the air is getting in there. I mean, pause, but if your nigga cocked his ass up in his air, he's gonna feel air in there, right? You on your back, your butt is closed. So that doggy style positions always brings air into the pussy. So you gotta have lube. You know what I mean? You have to have something, but if she gets infected, try to get a water base though, you know what I mean? Because if she doesn't get a water base, a lot of times they could have an infection. And, I had a woman that she could put anything down there. She could put Vaseline, she could put baby oil. She never got infections, But wet pussy ideally would be the greatest thing, but as a woman gets older, her pussy is not as wet as it's supposed to be. That's the things with, as she gets older and reaches a middle age, the pussy dries out a little bit. It dries out more. She has more fail, so his dick may go limp, and her pussy doesn't be as wet as she gets older, especially as she's entering menopause. Even if she's a squirter, squirting and pussy, there's different things, right? So, I think wet for certain women sometimes has to do a lot with her type. You know what I mean? The bigger she is, the more weight she got. So like, with a man, the bigger he is, the more weight he got, the shorter of his dick. But with a woman, the fatter she is, the juicier the pussy. You got that fucking workout queen. And, that's why she got to suck your dick and let you fuck her in the ass and everything, because she works out so much and she don't eat no fattening foods and shit. That shit plays a lot with that, but, it's just different. You're very welcome, Jasmine. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I like sometimes when a woman plays with herself and she gets wet, then it's like, well, there was a time where you could get wet before you even fucked the nigga. So if you gotta work yourself to do that, like women's bodies change as they get older. You know what I mean? The inside. So, if you was with a woman when you was in her 20s, she got a wet pussy in her 20s, in her 40s or 50s, you're gonna have to keep out of lube. Now, a lot of women, I don't need no lube. Yes, the fuck you do. As you get older, you're gonna need lube. Just get a water base. Just get a water base for her, and it'll be sensational. That's why an older woman gotta suck so much of dick, because they pussies don't get as wet. If you ever watch them porns with them older women, they pussies don't get wet like that. That's performance, so they just be using lube and drugs and all that, but older women don't get pussy. They pussies don't get wet, like, especially if they're after menopause. I did a video with a woman with that, which they have sex and it's painful. As they get older, the pussy doesn't get as wet. So, once it's irritating the man, then it irritates her. And then you have a fail, because now she's getting hurt. Pussy's getting all cut up. I mean, the dick's getting all cut up. And then y'all like, yo, you try to spit on there, and you know what I mean? And now she gotta give you head. So, at least there's more secretion in the mouth than the pussy, you know what I mean? Like, you go to the dentist, like, this is, when they put the thing in your mouth when spit is always building up in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, True. God damn, True. Oh, shit. True got back just when I'm getting ready to close out. God damn, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to True. God damn. Only because I gotta, I'm looking at the clock, but let me say this again. Shout out to True. It's just, listen, the good news is that just be true to who you are. That's all. Don't tell no man you ever been through a stage. There's no such thing as a whole stage. Just don't tell him. Sometimes you just, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's just best not to tell a person the stage. You can't go through a whole stage, because a whole stage sounds better than I was a hoe. I admit it. And he may ask you, well, what made you a hoe? Because he wants to know. He wants to learn too, but, it's a mindset. You know what I mean? It's the way how you move. Like, you fucking for meals? You fucking because you got drunk? There's so many different ways, you know what I'm saying? Like, the mindset is crazy. Shout out to True. If a woman has a man stalking her, shout out to Lonnie. If a woman has a man stalking her after he hit, does that mean that she has good box or just new to him? Ooh, that's a wonderful question. Well, there's a couple of things. Because for one, he's a crazy fuck. Any nigga that's stalking you don't mean the pussy's good. Because the only one that's going to stalk you going to be a stalker. We would like to say, yo, I started stalking this chick, man, because her pussy was so good. Well, you could stalk her to a degree of, you really just want to see her and she's not accessible no more. So that could come off as that. But a stalker versus stalking, right? So sometimes women could build in their head with a stalker, the guy's stalking me. It's a guy, well, he's stalking you. And then it's a guy, the nigga's trying to get with you. Like my man that was cooking a girl to dinner and he called from different numbers. She never showed up. He was stalking her, but he's not a stalker. So to answer your question, doesn't mean that your pussy is phenomenal. It could just mean that he's a stalker. You fucked a stalker. And that's bad. You know what I mean? There's nothing good about a stalker. You know what I'm saying? Some women believe that, you know what I'm saying? That if a woman has, okay, let me give you a good stalking story. There was this girl I used to fuck with, right? She was a daycare provider. And I remember there was this dude she was dealing with, and this nigga used to hide under the cars. Now, that didn't make me say her pussy must be good. Let me tell you when I know a woman's shit is good. When her ex-boyfriend didn't want to let her go. And he's crying. She got a video of or a phone message. That's when you know. You know what I mean? Like, okay, she must have something crazy. Or you see a woman that's probably not the most attractive, but she keep a nigga. That could probably mean that. You know what I mean? Because when I see an attractive woman that's always single, sometimes you're like, damn, that pussy must be trash. You know what I'm saying? Because why nobody wifed it? You know, niggas wife hoes. So if she's not a lady and she's not a hoe, then something's wrong, right? So if she is a lady and she is a hoe, then why she not married, right? So one way or the other. Hope y'all understand that part. Oh shit. She said, I'm sorry, Chew, your date and channel. Love, respect, everyone. Go to sleep. Damn. Whoa. Oh shit. True walked in the building, this nigga Brock went to sleep. You know, somebody bought me this. Who bought me this? I forgot who bought me this. Check this out. My sense of humor may hurt your feelings. But we got the B mindset here, man, if you ain't know already. So we doing what we do here. Now, I'm glad you enjoy this. But I want to say this again, man. I think that people need to really understand that don't take this personal. You just you choose one, you know what I'm saying, and challenge yourself. If you're a lady and you believe you're a lady, then challenge yourself. Don't challenge me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a lady, you should be married. And if you're a slut, you should be married. It's like you can't. So what's up? So you can't tell me you're single and to give me the other excuses of the things that used to work in the world. That shit don't fly no more. Like, what's going on? There's something wrong. And there's something wrong you're doing. See what I'm saying? So as we get older, a woman's sexual desires increase, right? And that was decreased, right? You know, y'all have the libido. Y'all have your version of libido. But dryness kicks in and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's another thing too. So, I think it's important for us to. You can learn your body, but you also should know people that know your body, and it could really tell you what was the thing about it that you liked. Not what they'd seen, what they felt. Like, because they're going to have to describe it to you to the best of their way, because you're not going to really understand, because you're a woman, you don't know what a pussy feels like. But you know what it is to have one, right? So learn what he feels, you know. Learn why men are territorial with their black woman having a lot of bodies versus a non-black woman. Like, it's kind of a good thing, right? So he put you on the pedestal on that, but the non-black woman, she could have a million niggas, you know? Shout out to New Goals. I think it's important to know how you feel, you know? You know how you said, don't man dictate marriage. No, men don't dictate marriage. Women dictate marriage. Because men, the only time a man desires to marry a woman is if she's Rightfully, a man's supposed to, in a perfect world, I got a lady. I want this woman to be the kids of the mother to my daughters and sons, and she's the woman I want to spend my life with. That's essentially what everybody wants to be on that side of the fence. That's not normally or generally how he marries a woman. Men marry a woman to please the woman. He wants to please her because he knows that what a woman doesn't want marriage, right? So women dictate marriage more. Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been real. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Click the like button, tell a friend, and hope you enjoyed this masterclass. But I hope you got a better understanding now of what it means to, there's some value in being a slut. There's some value in being a hoe. And there's ultra value being a lady. You know what I'm saying? One way or another, there's value there. The thing is that where you fitting in at, you know what I'm saying? Are you a lady and you want you a little gangster, or you a hoe, or you doing whole shit, as you say, but you want you a real fucking man? That's just not happening. So be real to yourself. Start determining and saying, damn, nigga, who am I really? And I'm like, are you fucking? What do you mean? I'm not having been. No, are you fucking? Are you sexually active? Yes. Are you married? No. So you doing some whole shit and you're single? That's crazy. Like, man, love hoes. How you single? Something's wrong. That's crazy. Shout out to Jasmine. Okay, she said, DJ, go get some water, please. Shout out. All right, y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all. God damn.